Hey there, everybody. Welcome. Interesting. I see that somebody is joining us on Facebook. Only live on Facebook. No, I should also be live on YouTube. My name is Petra Verbruggen, by the way. There you are. Phew, luckily. So indeed, both on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. Rudy, welcome in the house. So indeed, Facebook and on YouTube. And I have to admit, I am not expecting a lot of people joining today due to the fact that I did not really say to everybody that I will be live today. Actually, I said that I will not be live today. However, things change around the time, and that's the reason why I'm here. That does mean that I might be able to condense the live stream a little bit, and that's also very important because if you see back here, I'm actually waiting for a stream to come into my RTMP server so that I can stream it live and broadcast it live here in this area. However, I do see people joining, so we'll do a quick check-in in just a few minutes. But before I do that, let's talk about what we're going to do today. So we are going to start with, well, that was not the intention, Petra. That was not good. Let me, oops, okay, there you go. Live. Always live, cool. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about just a quick welcome and a check-in to everybody who is here live. Typically, I'm live at this time on the Saturday, 7 p.m. Central European Time, 6 p.m. if you live in the UK. That is roughly, I believe, what was it again? 1 o'clock, yeah, 1 o'clock if you live on the east coast of the US, and 11 o'clock if you live on the west coast, or something like that, right? So, but I am live. That was not the intention, but that does mean that I'm actually really pleased to see a lot of people. So let's do a quick check-in. I already talked about Rudy, who is in the house. He says a good evening over on YouTube and also on Facebook. Senoga, welcome. I didn't see you before, I think. I'm not sure, but welcome. Cool of you to drop in live. And Elon, of course, I know you. Welcome. Really appreciate you for being here. Rudy was referring to a big storm that is over here in Europe at the moment. Hopefully not too much problems with wind. No, not at all. We were in the yellow area, as they call it, so it's definitely still a bit too much. However, it's good enough for now. Great. So, without further ado, let's talk about the content that we are going to talk about today. So, the LiveApp Pro. It's a new piece of software that was just released, I think, not so long ago. I do see quite a lot of people talking about it, but I thought I will give it my own spin on it. So the LiveApp Pro, that's what we're going to talk about today, and why I think actually it is a Yolobox killer, to be honest. But I'm going to talk to you about what you need. I will show you what the setup is looking like, and I will be preparing some content. Now, don't expect too much content there, but I will show you how you can easily make a lower third, which is even animated. So that is really cool. And of course, we will end the day with a quick demo. And I do see also MT is in the house. Welcome, MT, and I regret not to inform you upfront that I was going live today. Made more sense to me to do that, so let's start. Okay, the LiveApp Pro is a iPad app, so that means that before you can actually use it, you do need to purchase an iPad, or if you have an iPad already, it will work on all modern iPads, so don't worry about it if you have a 1-year-old or 2-year-old ones. I happen to have the new iPad Mini, which I really like. It's a small iPad that I'm actually using for a lot of different tools these days. So of course, for the Mix Effect Pro, I'm using it. I'm also using it for taking notes at work. I have been using it the last 2 weeks quite a lot, and I really love it. I also love the pen, even though it's anti what Steve Jobs mentioned, but I do like the possibility of having the ability to really write in the sense that you're taking notes like you did at school, for example. Yeah, that's how old I am. Next to that, you also need a dongle. Now, that does depend on what kind of iPad that you own. If you have an iPad that is still based on the Lightning cable, then get this one. This is a what is it called? Media connector right here. It has, as you can see, a HDMI port and a Lightning port, so you can still use it for both HDMI out and for charging the iPad while you're using it, which is great. If you own a newer iPad, so the new iPad Pro, for example, or the new iPad Mini, then you do need to buy a new one, unfortunately, because the iPad Mini and the Pro are basically using the new USB-C connector. This is the same connector that you can find on the modern MacBooks. So if you own a MacBook and you're thinking about it, then go ahead and get one of these dongles. They are really helpful because not only do you have an HDMI port, as you can see right here in the center, you also have a USB-A and USB-C port, and the USB-C port is, of course, for powering up the device. You do need to buy one of these to make the application work, unfortunately. So yeah, that is what you really need. So these two you need together. So I will be connecting them right about now. And also what you need to do is that you need to install the application. And of course I did that already. So I will be showing you how I did that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the installation process. So here you go. I'm here at my iPad and I will be clicking on the application store, the App Store, I mean, and I'm looking for LiveApp, and then I'm selecting LiveApp Pro. And as you can see, this is immediately the first one that you can see. And what I do like about it, it has a lot of additional features. For example, you can use it to switch your ATEM Mini. You can use it to run video and graphics. You can also, if you like, you can also draw on an active camera, which is also very beneficial, especially in a corporate area. So I already installed it, but once you open up the application, like I do right now, it will automatically greet you with the question to connect your ATEM. And basically, you have to make sure that your ATEM is on the Ethernet. And once that is done, then you see that it already knows it's an ATEM Mini Pro. However, it's stuck on this search. So I actually had to manually add my IP address, which is of course 192.168.100.62. Yeah, I know that because 61 is the extreme. And once you have done that, you can hit next. Now I have to choose what is the port of the application. So the LiveApp Pro needs to have a port, so I'm assigning port 4. And basically now I am in the application, as you can see. Once I'm there, I can actually also check all of the connection settings, and I can go to the switcher. And actually, if I press on these buttons, I can actually switch between the camera angles, which is fantastic. Of course, I can also switch to camera 4, which is the app application. Below, however, you can actually add the still if you like. You can actually add a black screen if you like I do right now. Picture in picture is also there if you like. And basically you have a lot of possibilities. Cut and mix. You can do a lot of different things right there, which is absolutely cool. The video queue, however, is a hyperdeck on your iPad. You can have multiple playlists. Here I'm actually changing the playlist name to Taekwondo, which makes it a little bit easier to define what I'm looking at. I can add a video if I like. So by pressing the add button below, I can choose files or from a photo library. And of course, I'm going to take from Scooter, my new cat, which will be becoming part of my family in 2 weeks from now. And as you can see, boom, it's there. You can see the video right there. I can swipe through the video to figure out what I want to see, which is fantastic. And I also can actually change the position if I have multiple videos aligned there as well. Quite awesome product. Now, once I hit here the number 4 input, it will automatically play the video, which is, yeah, it's perfect. It's exactly what I want. Of course, apart from videos, you can also add an additional playlist, like I said, and also change that name. And I think that I also, here you go, you can also change the order, like I just mentioned. Let's go to the overlays, and here you can add, for example, pictures, but also automated automated lower thirds, etc. So I'm adding a new picture of a new product that I just received, which is really cool. So that was just an example, and then you can see that, of course, at the end as well. And last but not least, you have the possibility to, of course, also perform some other stuff, like, for example, adding a draw, etc. Thinking what I'm doing now. I think that I'm now looking into the alpha channel thing, but that's not going to work. Here you go. So here I'm going to draw something, so I can actually hit the marker, and I can change whatever I like. And then you can also see that happening on your iPad and on your ATEM switcher, which is extremely awesome. So that is the application, and that is what I wanted to show you today. And in real life, how it works. But we have now installed the application, but we did not really create cool, like a animated lower third. So that's what I'm going to do live today. I'm going to show you how I did it. I have already processed one up front, so I will show you a little bit of a different one in just a few minutes, just to save some time. However, I still think it's really cool. By the way, if you see something popping up here, that means that there's a stream coming in. That's the reason why I have to be out here before 8 o'clock today. Alrighty. Let me see if I have some questions or comments, because a lot of things coming in, right? Hello, Petra. Are you well? Yes, I am definitely well. I'm really okay. MT says, meanwhile, I have several of the lightning adapters, also some of the USB-C things, because I always search for them when I need one. That's definitely one of the issues that I'm also facing all the time, MT. And that's also the reason why I actually hate dongles. And that's also the reason why I like the new MacBook, because finally you don't have those dongles to worry about. However, yeah, it is the way it is, so we need to work with it. Hey Kevin, what's going on? Wait, you are live or not? Yes, I am live today. That was not the intent, but I am 100% live. The fact that I can show your screen or your comment does state that I am live at the moment, I believe. My dad is also in the house. Welcome, welcome. Great of you to be here. And yes, that is correct. I did say that I would have been recorded this week. Change of plan. Eric says, looks like a new decimator. It's actually an older model, but it's indeed a decimator. I've been waiting for ages to get that thing, and finally I have it. So I'm really happy for that. Right. Glad I'm not alone. No, you're not. I think that we all have that same issue there. All right. So we have installed it, but we need to have a cool lower first, right? So I will make one on the fly right here, and I will show you how you can do that. It's extremely simple. The idea of this video is really to make it as easy as possible with the lowest amount of additional gear. So I am assuming that most of you already own an iPad. That's one thing that I'm assuming. You might need that dongle. That is something that I also needed to purchase myself. And of course, you need to purchase the application, which is another 40 euros, which is quite a lot for an app store. However, it's definitely cheaper than a Yolobox Pro, right? Then you need to have the ATEM Mini, ATEM Mini Pro, Pro ISO, Extreme, or Extreme ISO. In this case, I'm using the ATEM Mini Pro. However, it will also work with the the classic ATEM Mini, the cheapest one as well. No worries about that. So what did I do? I actually created this setup here, and I will be adding the iPad in just a minute. So I will be going to that location and installing it for you guys. So here we go. That's one. And then, oops. There you go. All right. So now it is installed, as you can see, and what you see here is that I will turn on the lights in just a minute, I think, or not. I'm still doubting that. As you can see, you have the iPad here, and you've got the ATEM Mini, and also a computer. And that computer at the back is actually that I'm going to use for a Zoom call. I can use it for both Teams and Zoom, but for this particular situation, I thought it would be cool not to use Teams for once, but just use Zoom, because basically it's the same idea anyway. Let me see. I see some comments in. Yep, a 12-inch Pro 2020 model. Nice. Very nice. ATEM is also in the house. Yep. So basically... and Sonoga says, does it work with the ATEM Television Studio HD? I think so, because I believe it's for all ATEM switchers. I'm pretty sure it is, because they all use the same APIs, so I would not be worried about it at all, even though I've not verified it during what I say now. I know for a fact they're all using the same basic software, so yes, it will definitely work there as well. Now, all right, so what I'm going to do for you guys now is the following. I am going to start to share my screen, and I will be creating a very simple lower third. And we're going to do that together today. I'm going to remove the old one because I already did one for the show. But I want to show you how you can make a lower third which is animated using just middle of the road applications. And in this case, the application of choice is no other than is this a correct one? Let me check. That's not working. Let me check. Very quickly. Not that one, but I need... Where is it? The PC I need. There you go. Oh. Now I'm breaking things. Oh, I don't want to break things. Come on. Okay, now I'm just gonna do it differently then. That's fine with me. I'll just... Why is this showing that one? That doesn't make sense to me at all. There you go. There you go. All right. I have found it. All right. So this is just a simple PowerPoint. And the only thing that I did was to make the background black. So what you need to do is once you open... Well, let's open up from scratch. Blank presentation. This is the starting point. And what I did was I just removed these boxes right here, and the only thing that I needed to do was the first time I started with a green screen. However, green screen didn't work the way that I thought it would be working, so I then went to Luma, which means that I have to have a black backdrop. So right click, then go to format black background, then hit solid fill here, change the color right here to black, and boom, everything is black, which is perfect. Next, I want to create a nice lower third with a little bit of animation, very simple. So I'm going to create a box right here, and I want to make it a square. So I'm holding the shift, and there you go. So now I have a blue bar. Now, of course, I love purple, so I am going to use purple today, like there. So that's the purple, and the outside I also want to have in a different color. Let's make it red. Nice. Ooh, I don't like that red. Way too much color. Okay, that's the one. And next to that, I want to create a second bar, and I'm going to put it right there and making it a little bit bigger, like maybe, yeah, something like that. And let's make this a different color again. Let's make this more colors that fills. Let's make it a little bit more like that. There you go. Cool. Love it. Now let's put a text in there. Producer guild, I would state. Producer guild, because that is you. And let's make this a little bit bigger. The thing is that I cannot see what I'm doing at the moment. The other way. There you go. All right. So that's the lower third, but of course I want to have it a little bit animated. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go to the animation tab right here. And I feel like, well, let's do a grow and turn one. Let's see how that looks. Perfect. I love it. And I want to do roughly the same with this one, but I want to make this more of a, something big. Let's do something like swivel. Why not? Whoop. Perfect. All right. So now we've created a simple animation. Let's show how it looks like. So this is one. And that is two. That didn't look that great, to be honest. For some reason, that didn't look the way that I wanted it to look. But let's try it again. Maybe I was too quick. And then again, there you go. That's perfect. I love it. Okay. So that has now been taken care of. And all I have to do now is I have to go to File, and I'm going to export it. I'm going to export it as a video, create a video, make sure it's 1080p. And yeah, everything is fine with me. 5 seconds is perfect. It's just a very quick setup today. And then I will add it. I don't know. I'm going to just call it demo. And I did create another one earlier today, which is a little bit different, but basically I'm following exactly the same setup. The only thing is that I need to get this picture towards the iPad. And even though I'm very fast, it does take a little bit more time than I expected. But this is the one that I had prior. So if you see some other colors, then you know where it comes from right there. So that is the other color. Okay. Oh my gosh, Eric, thank you so much for your super chat. The super chat does really help the channel. I will be putting it into a separate account so that at the end, in a few months maybe, I can purchase something really cool that can benefit all of you. So thank you so much. $10. Wow, thanks. Also, let me check if now I'm here, if there are any other comments. I did see Gerard. Welcome, Gerard. Cool of you to be here. Empty, purple, why not? Yeah, everybody knows I love purple. So yeah, that's the reason. Vil says, sorry for being late. It's sauna day on Saturday. Just got out of the sauna. Nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go back to the setup. Yes, so let's go back to the setup. So this is where we're going to work, but I am not going to do this only because as you can see, we have here the iPad, we have here the laptop, and we have here the ATEM, and this is the screen right there. And in order to make that a little bit more easy to read for you guys, I've made your life easy, and that means that here you go. This is where you are. I will be now changing the microphone position, so bear with me a little bit. It's gonna give a little bit of additional sounds, unfortunately, but here I am. And okay, so right, let's see. Okay, so now I am talking this way and working that way, so that's going to be quite awkward, but hey, let's try it anyway. So this is the iPad right here. I can open it up like so, and as you can see, this is the most important screen right there. Let me get that reflection out of the way, and if I press this red bar right here, you can see that the ATEM is actually changing as we please, and you also see that above on your position right there. So this screen right here is that screen right there. That screen right there is that screen right there. There you go. Okay, so this is working very nicely. You can also hit the still button right here, and then you see that there's also still. You can actually do a cut to there. You can go back. You can do a mix with there, so nice fade. So you have so much possibilities here, which is really cool. Now, what I also want to show you is that I also have this video queue right here. And you just saw how I actually added this video right here. And I can actually just, again, show you that I can rub through this video. Like, oh, you cannot see it? Wait a sec. Let's go back to press this one there. Then, if all is well, let me play it. There you go. So now, at least now you can see it. So did you see what I did? Just I stopped it. There's nothing there, so I no hands, right? I'm just pressing this button, and automatically, because the ATEM knows where I am, it will automatically go to number 4 right here, and will automatically play that video. Look, boom, perfect. It's really, really that good. And back. I can go back to the video queue, make sure it's at the start. I can also stop the autoplay function right here. And now, if I press this one, it will stay as a still. It will not change. So I actually have to go to the video queue and press play. Then it will start again. But I like the autoplay function. So again, if I go back, then you see it will stop playing. And if I press this one, it will start playing. There you go. So that's the first action. The second action that I want to do is that I want to add an overlay on top of it. So let's do that. So I will be adding an overlay by hitting the add button, going to the files, and I'm going to utilize roughly the same lower third that I had prior. And I can actually select what kind of lower third that I want. Do I want to have it going into a loop? Do I want to have it play once, or do I want to have it split into multiple videos? I, for one, want to. Oh, so I have to explain that. So the split is actually saying that you can use the same button for a start automation and an end automation, so that if you have a lower third, you can build it up, and another video is building it down. But I didn't do that, so I'm gonna have one video. So that is one, and it's just doing it one time. And as you can see, it's actually already working. So that is the cool part, right? So if I press this, boom, you will see that going into the screen. That is as easy as it is. It's basically, that's all. One more thing is the draw functionality. So I can actually go in and say capture. And if I say capture, it will automatically provide me a picture of what I'm seeing right now on the top part. And I can now draw on top of it. So I can say, wait, why is it not working? Oh, there it is. For some reason, there was a small bug in the application because the the possibilities were not there, or it's not working. I have to show you what I'm seeing. Let me show you what I'm seeing. So here you see that in the center of the screen, you have your palette, and it's not working. So I have to go out of it. And hopefully once I'm coming back again, it will automatically pick it up again. But that seems to be a small issue, which I didn't see before. But let's try it again. So I will just refrain of capturing at the moment, but what I can do is that I can just select another color, like blue, and say, hi. And I can put it on the output, of course. So now, of course, I need to press it to the output. Hey. Huh. That's awkward. Ah, there it is. Okay. All right. So here you have that video. I can say that this is Scooter right here. Right there. And you can see it on the screen, right? So if I go here to build, so I can say, I can give this arrow, and I can get this arrow right there. I can change the color. I can do something like, I love this person. And, you know, there's a lot of possibilities there. Which I thought was really cool, apart from the last moment, of course, because I didn't see it having an error before, so that is a bit of a problem there. All right, that was a bit of a bummer. I have to look. Maybe it's because I was too fast or something. I will verify that if I can replicate that. However, if I would not do that capture, it has always worked. But what I didn't show you, that I can also, of course, bring it into the Zoom call. So looking at the time, I will do that quickly as well. But before I do that, let me see if there are any questions. A nice layout, a labels too. That is definitely the case. It's definitely great. How do you load stills and video on the iPad? I will use iCloud. That is what I did myself as well, indeed, MT. So I actually used iCloud web interface here on my Windows computer. So I've created that lower third, of course, just a few minutes ago. And typically I would just put it onto iCloud via the web interface, and then I can just pick it up on my system right there. You will see something here that is live at the moment. This is the reason why I have to be fast. Next to that, I will have to look into why that palette didn't come up. That was a little bit of a bummer, but I am sure that that's just a bug. George is joining late. No worries, George. Welcome. What is the app? He says that's indeed the LiveApp Pro. Really great piece of software, even though it's still, of course, a very new piece of software. Again, I'm not sure if it's the application or my use just now, but it did look very nice. MT says, just answered my question. Okay. Can you write over the video? Yes, I can. You just saw that indeed. So now I understand where that remark came from. And Kevin says, video has shown up on the screen behind you. That is correct. So, okay, let me quickly say what is happening here. So I am in about 1 hour from now, there will be a live show coming from this screen, and this screen will be broadcasted live on the television station here in this area where I live, and the way that it works is that from another county, the stream is pointing towards my RTMP server. From my RTMP server, which is actually on the same system as this one, so it's a bit iffy at the moment. And then it goes to that one, and from there it goes to the station. Because why not? Okay, fine. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and show you the last part. Let's go back to that screen. Yep. There you go. Using my microphone again. Sorry for the extra sounds maybe that you hear. Okay, perfect. All right. Let me press this one right here. Okay, so now you can see that. And now I'm going to go to my Zoom call. I'm going to make sure that this one goes to the other side. Maybe remove this lamp for a bit. There we go. By the way, one thing that I really like is that you actually don't need this product beside your computer. You can just remove it and just put it somewhere else. This is enough to do everything, which is great. Now let's go ahead and open a meeting. And as you can see, I've actually added it already. One thing that I've done is that it typically starts up mirrored due to the fact that people do want to see their own reflection. So that's a little bit of awkward. So, but because of this video, I've changed it so I can just change it right here and just flip it so that it actually makes a little bit more sense to me. And I will be opening it up a little bit like there. So now you can see what I can see. So if I press on the still, you will see my my old logo. If I press camera 1 again, you will see that. So camera 2 is not, of course, nothing. And if I want to play a video, I can just hit this one and will automatically play the video of Scooter and his brother and sisters. So that is really cool. And if I go back, it's also done, right? Like there. If I want to add some text, and again on the below area, you'll see the output screen, and this is the ATEM right there. And if I want to add some drawings, I can go here and hit a capture maybe. Let's try it one more time to see if it works this time around. It does work this time around, which is great. So I think it was just a matter of an oops. I'm going to make it white this time around, and I'm going to say something about what you see. So here you see a lamp right there. And here you see a old mic. Here you see my computer right here. And I also want to say one thing to you guys. I love my community. There you go. I actually do that. I do love that. So it's really cool that this is working. And by hitting the capture button, it will automatically populate the picture, the last picture here, so that I know exactly what I'm doing. I can actually just say, I can actually draw like so that you can see that I know where the microphone is. That's the microphone right there. It's totally awesome that is possible with this product. And this, what you see on the screen, this is literally going to the Zoom, which is excellent. And you can do the same thing with your Microsoft Teams. So that is great about that. Let's go back. There you go. So there you have it. That's the beauty of the whole setup right there. I'm so flabbergasted by all the possibilities that you have with that product, and it seemed to be really a bug just now. So it's definitely working. So let's show you what it looked like on the screen. So this is what you saw on the screen, and I love my community. The red is gone for some reason. That's awkward. Okay, so the red was not populated for some reason. That's interesting. Anyway, but it's still very cool that that's possible right there. And this is again the setup that I have. So again, computer with a Zoom or Teams, the iPad Mini with a USB-C media docking, whatever it's called, dongle, and of course the ATEM Mini right there. That is what I've had for you, and I think this is really a Yolobox killer for me, because I don't see a reason now to purchase a Yolobox. I already have an ATEM Mini. I already have an iPad. The only thing is that I had to pay for that application, but the application is totally awesome, and I needed to pay for that additional dongle, which, oh, not this one, but the other one. And that was a little bit of the bummer that I needed to purchase that. However, if you compare that with $1,000 plus, $12,000 or something, $1,200, or just $200, I think it's very easy to state, right? Let me see if there are so many additional comments. Graham says, I don't have any Apple kits and intend to keep it that way, but it's interesting to see what some of it can do. That's totally fine, Graham. It seems that I'm moving a little bit back from Windows back to the Mac, but I have to admit that the last couple of years I was totally into Windows. So it's a bit of a back and forth. It depends on what is for my use case, and I do like the possibilities here quite a lot. For you, Graham, there's another option that you can think about, and that is that you have a black screen, and you can use, for example, your Surface, for example, a Surface Pro like this one. And what you can do is that you can use your pen to write on a black screen with like white letters, and the only problem is that you don't see where you're doing it, where you are, but you can definitely still write things on the screen that way, which is cool. Would it work with Apple TV instead of an adapter connecting? It's a good question. Together with the ATEM, I don't think so, because it does want to know where it's put. However, if you would use the Apple TV and put it in that one, it might work. I've not tried that. That's an interesting one. And definitely, again, if you have it, why not? Oh, I just remembered the Apple TV needs a wireless connection you just use for LiveApp, so that wouldn't work at all. Would not be that I don't know. I think it might be working even. I did not think about it, but the thing is that the only thing that I don't know is that if it would work, if it expects a dongle and it's not there, then it will not work. But it will not work. No, it will not work, because it's the application is literally asking for that HDMI source. Now, that being said, I have access to that developer, so we might be able to verify if he wants to do that. That would be cool. That would be very cool indeed. Oh, there you go. Aaron uses the Apple TV with it. That's cool. I didn't know that was working. George says, I cannot find the app in the store, LiveApp Pro. That is correct. Let me show you again how it looks like. I have a video where I am looking for it, so I will go to the start of that video, and that video will definitely start again, but that's fine. So there you go. So if you are looking for a LiveApp and then Pro, this will find it for you. This is where you can find it. So LiveApp, one word, and then Pro. I hope that that was helpful for you right there. Oh, there you go. LiveApp, one word. That's it. Yep. There you go. Okay, so that's all that I had in store for you today. Like I said, I have a little bit something to do today, so that's the reason why I wanted to make this a quick one for today. However, what you've learned is that there's LiveApp Pro, that you can use it as a hyperdeck replacement. You can use it together with your corporate streams. If, for example, my use case, as you might know or not know, I am in my day-to-day job, I'm an architect. So I do a lot of boxing and drawing boxes and arrows and that kind of stuff. And because of that, I want to have something that I can actually write with, and I also want to be able to maybe pre-record some small parts so that I don't have to hinder my audience with a lot of waiting and that kind of stuff, because hey, waiting is money, and we want to come to the chase as quickly as we can. And I think that this will help me to bring that message across even better. Now I'm doing it on the ATEM Mini Pro, which of course does not have super source. However, if I would use the Extreme, I could do that as well. That's it that I had in store for you today. Let me see if there are some final remarks. Theodore, welcome. Or sorry, Teodoro. Sorry I'm jumping in late. Can this do side by side? I tried to just explain it to you as so side by side. You can have picture in picture, so you can have if you go in this slide right here, I can have a small picture of myself on the top left or top right position, or whatever I want. However, the ATEM Mini Pro is of course limited, not having a super source. On the ATEM Mini Extreme, that is definitely a possibility right there. So yes, you can do picture in picture. Here says, yes, it works. You can put the Apple TV on the ATEM and then mirror the screen for the iPad. Don't know if it works with the LiveApp. Yeah, I'm also, I don't know. It all depends on how he's working with it, but it's definitely something that is cool. Phil says, thank you, Petra and the community. Yes, I do want to thank you so much. I really love my community. And without you guys, I'm also learning on the job with you guys. That's cool. Allah, Roland, a good one indeed. I wish you a very good carnival. Talking about carnival, that is important. So this was the end of the video content. Let's talk about some things about next week. So again, this is going to go live in 40 minutes. This is going to be broadcasted over all of the province. So that is cool. Indeed, Allah, it's about carnival. And next week, I have a gig, which is the whole day. So from 8 o'clock in the morning all the way until 8 o'clock in the evening. That means that I cannot go live, and I actually don't have the time, unfortunately, to pre-record something. So what I'll do is that I will skip next week's show. Sorry. However, I will make a gig report of what I've done last week, and I will be showing it a week after, so that you have a feeling of what I've done, what goes into it, and I hope that you really, really like it, because I'm going to, for the first time, use the rec that I built last week and I talked about last week, and I'm also going to use some other ways of working, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that is great. Anyway, thank you so much. Also, thank you so much for the super chat. And again, if you want to support the show, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I go live. And if you really want to support me other way, the most important thing is stay active, stay part of the community, and the super chat is of course great, but it's not required, not necessary. I will be using it for a later purchase. Thank you. Anyway, gig report sounds good to me, says Eric. Yep, that's definitely going to happen. You will ruin the Saturday evening. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I know that after 12 hours of streaming, I will be totally fried. I know that for a fact. And that is not what I want you to worry about, because I was like, hello. I don't want to do that. So next weekend, I'm going to skip. But the week after, I'm going to go back with that gig report. Okay, so yeah, so I think that I just explained it. So in the morning, we have a top 44 of Carnival songs. Then in the afternoon, we have live. Yeah, we have people that act live, so to speak. They have they're singing live, but the rest is all on tape. And in the evening we have a show where you can do some requests for certain songs that are Carnival related, and it's the full day, so it's quite easy. We have 2 cameras in the radio studio, and we got 3 cameras at the stage, and then of course we have some lower thirds and some nice things that can happen, and yeah, that looks really good. Anywho, that's all that I had in time for you today. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic Saturday, and I'll see you in 2 weeks from now with a new episode of Tech Condo. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.